Good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Hello. I love the way that you politely just rubbed your feet on the mat as you came in and took your shoes off.
brought it well.
Shoes straight in.
brought it well.
This is a shed.
You know, because I don't want
Yeah, but you don't need to wipe your feet. It's just a shed.
I know, but you'll end up knackering the carpets up, mate. I might have to sell this one day. I might end up living in here one day. Hello.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of a minor tiff. How are you doing? How are you doing, guys?
We're meant with a. Can we say quarantine quarrel?
A quarantine quarrel?
We're
Well,
with a quarantine
I don't know if people quarantine anymore, do they?
Well,
Technically, they
do you know what? We went to a garden centre today. Not me and you, obviously, because you were working.
Yeah.
But me and Sue.
Garden centre, rock
Yeah,
and
we
roll.
went to a garden centre, and it is like, I forget that it's still not normal.
Well, you forget, yeah, you're reminded. I
Yeah.
went swimming baths the other day and it felt like I was on the Starship Enterprise. Weird. Everyone's separated, everyone going one way, no
Yeah.
one talking to
I
each
always
other.
forget until I see all the masks, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah,
And
we're still in
the queue to sit down at the cafe.
Really?
Because that's the only reason you go to a garden centre.
Then you've got a
isn't it?
perfect storm of pensioners in
Actually,
that as well.
I did buy a plant. I did actually buy a plant, 2 plants. But the intention was
She's
just
brought-
to go to the cafe.
Gemma's brought the plants home to kill everybody. She kills plants. You kill plants, mate.
Oh.
You kill plants. You're a plant
My
murderer.
pot plants have been I've had those pot plants for 7 years on the patio.
Have you?
Yeah. So I
Hmm.
didn't kill them, did I?
I feel like this has been a really high octane start, but a garden centre chat. We're in 25 though now, aren't we? Gemma's been to a garden
25.
centre. I took to Sophia for a swimming lesson, and we had to get. It was weird.
Oh, I forgot, yeah.
Yeah, we had to sort of like we had to do it like it was a bit odd. It was a bit odd, but she enjoyed it. She's been moved up a group,
Yay!
which means she can drown on a bigger scale. Still can't swim.
Oh, bless her.
She's lazy. That's why. So
She's not
she won't kick her
No,
legs.
she won't kick her legs.
I feel before we start, I feel like I might need a poo.
What?
I don't know why. I get this. This is so
Why are we
ridiculous.
starting with poo talk
Well, no, it's just
straight
the adrenaline, and I'm only coming to perform in my shed. But I still get that sort of that. This is what I go through for you guys. I want to make it a good show. We've gone an hour early. I'm conscious we're against the one
Oh,
show.
I see what's happened.
I'm out of
just
sync
gonna
with my body.
Surely you're professionally enough to be able to get the
What, to train my bowels?
to do the poo well before the
You
show.
can't- you can't-
But because we're an hour early,
Yeah, I'd normally be pooing right now.
it's all gone to
This is the
pot.
thing. You can't put your bowels back like you watch.
No,
You know what I mean?
no.
This is it. What I'm saying to you guys, if I stoop down at any point, you'll know what's happening. Because, I mean, we've had a cottage pie. I don't know why it's called a pie. It's not a pie. I don't know what it's got to do with cottages.
Ooh.
But we've had a cottage pie.
Why
I've had
is it called cottage pie?
No idea. I've had it's something to do with shepherds. I had a strong
Yeah, that's
coffee.
shepherd's pie.
Is it? That still don't make sense. Still neither of them are pies. No crust on the top. Anyway,
Well, actually, I beg to differ.
what?
Because I did put cheese on
Cheesy
the top
crust.
and it was crispy.
Well done. But I was just going to. What I'm saying now is like I feel like I've had a coffee.
Yeah.
I've had a big dinner.
Yeah.
We're up against the one show.
Uh-huh.
We're up against the one
Oh,
show.
well-
We're directly going against the one show. I'm conscious. No, but I'm worried that they're all professional and stuff, and I'm stood in the shed, and I might need to duck out and do one in the
You
water
better
butt.
not.
I'm just going to crouch over the water butt and get
Do
rid of
not
it.
subject these people to.
Let's
Well, dead air.
well, let's not do that, Jemma. It's not dead air. It'll be stuffy air that smells weird. Let's go with the theme tune and rescue the start
It is
of
actually
this
quite warm.
discombobulated. It's very warm. Come on, everybody. Is that up to the top? Let's get it up. It's
Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry, we didn't discuss this, did we?
7 p.m. on a
I
Thursday
was
night.
gonna
It
say
scans
7
perfectly well.
PM, Yes.
We don't rehearse this.
Yes.
You'd have just done it. I'd have said it. Going back an hour early. Bit of extra energy. 7 p.m. on a Thursday night, and I grab my drink and I feel alright. Ain't got nowhere else to go, so I'm going to the Ganter Shed Show. Shed Show on a Thursday. Shed Show at 7 p.m. Shed Show, let's go! Do you know what? I think
that was a good.
I hear that in my sleep sometimes.
What, that tune?
Yeah, I hear it, and I can. Sometimes I'll whistle it to myself, and I go, "Oh, that's a really good song." That, and then I'll think it's ours.
It's catchy.
It's catchy. Gemma nailed it that day. Well done, darling.
I did nail that.
Gemma's going to be on the feed. Are you going to be on the feed?
I'm
my
going to be
sweetheart?
on the feed.
Give us a shout out. We're going to be going over your problems you might have. So anything you want to ask us, anything. Dear Shed is the name of the episode, and I'm giving you a chance as the show goes on. If anything comes up, maybe you sat there with your husband, maybe you sat there, Gemma, with your husband or your partner, and you think, God, I hate them. I hate them. But I only wish I could solve.
not.
What we're gonna do, Gemma, is we're gonna take that hatred, we'll deal with it, and we will repair relationships. Tonight, we're gonna repair relationships. You got any problems?
Yeah.
Send them out. Any questions? Anything like you want to know? Because I am so.
Hey.
Let me tell you now, is Gemma has put up with me for God knows how long, and I'm a lunatic. So this woman here is the one. She is like Deirdre
Your
Robinson.
mum always says to me, I told you to get the bus. You're
Told
too
you to-
late.
yeah,
Too
but
late.
my mum always said he's faithful. That was the only thing my mum would say. He's like an old dog. She'd be like, he's a useless shit, but he's a faithful useless shit. So stay with him, Gemma. He will let you down. He will let you down, but he'll never leave you, which is really difficult because you want him to. You want him to leave you just to make the pain stop, but he'll stay around. In fact, he will cling on. He will cling on like his father does, and I can't get rid of him. That's what he'll say. So, anyway, guys, someone said, "What's the odds they sing 8:15?" You little Michael Waterhouse. He preempted it. Michael, we're too professional, mate, and I need a poo, and I'm able to still adjust. That's my skills. Are you staying up? Are you staying down?
I'm going down,
You're gonna go down.
everybody.
Going down on
See
the
you
floor.
later.
Okay, good evening, everybody. It is week 20, goddamn 5.
Is it really? Week
25. We're into September.
Right, so next week it's exactly 6 months old.
6 months old, the show. 6 months old, like a baby. If you were a 6-month-old baby, it'd still be doing nothing. It'd be like a port
Yeah,
loin.
it'd just be lying there.
It'd just be like, you put it on its
Wouldn't
back.
be very entertaining.
It's like a port loin joint, isn't it?
Yeah.
So 6-month baby, they're not even teething, are they? They're just a lump of flesh. So if this show was a baby, next week, Gemma, it's a lump of useless flesh. Is that a good analogy? I think it probably is. All I want to say, Gemma, what I want to say is my mum and dad got spotted. Max and Roy got spotted. Emma Hirons, who was Emma Smart, who went to uni with her. Right, she spotted them in Asda. But do you know what happened? She was so starstruck she didn't get to go over. So the problem is now, people forget that this is just online and on Facebook and not really a big deal. But then Emma sort of goes, oh my God, they're on telly. They're on telly. They're on a shed. I can hear their voices. And she just didn't go over. She was going to go over and get an autograph. But then I think my dad was moaning about the price of stuff. It was like 2 for 1. Used to be 2 for 1 on coleslaw. That was the man.
Oh, bless Emma.
So yeah, my mum and dad are famous. So I think they've become stars, haven't they? Let's just say we've made them. What else have I done, Gemma? I'm not going to go over the gigs I've done because things are coming back. I'm just going to say I've done yet another farm gig. I
You're
feel
getting to be a bit of a farmer's
basically
boy, aren't you?
BBC Radio 4. If you're looking for your young blood for the Archers, I'm your man. I have had 2
I could just imagine you on the Archers.
Yeah, come and get your drink. You've got to do that a lot, Gem.
Yeah.
Field.
Yeah.
I have had 2 wheeze behind hay bales in the space of a month. That is already overqualified. Also, what I want to say, Gemma, is it's a big week this week because this is the first bit of topical news.
Oh.
Olivia's
Topical.
gone back to school.
Woo!
She's gone back. Yes, that's the energy we like. That's the
Yes!
energy. And what I love about it is she walked there herself with her mate. She did brilliant, didn't she?
bless her.
She
Do
did
you know
absolutely.
what?
She was loaded up like a little pack horse, and she did it on her own. Well done, that girl. Now, here's the interesting thing, Gemma.
Go on.
10 years old, she walked to school on her own. Now, I went on the internet, and there's a bit of a debate
What?
about the age you should let your kids walk to school.
Well, she wasn't technically on her own.
No, she was with a mate, but even so, people still say, you should be accompanied by a parent. I say this, Gemma. I say your kids should walk to school. 10, they should walk to school.
Right.
You definitely walk to school. I think 10 is the right age for your kids to walk to school,
Right.
and probably 12 if they're an idiot. Have a 2-year. If they're an absolute lunatic, give them a 2-year
What do you
grace
mean,
period.
like don't check the roads before
Yeah,
they
they're
cross
just set out. They've got their earphones in. They're just wandering around with their trousers down. Give them 12 years old. Now, here's the interesting thing. I think I walked to school a bit earlier than that.
Yeah.
You walked at the age of 10, didn't you? 10 years old with your mate?
I can't remember.
Well, the only reason I say this is I was a bit concerned because I'm a protective father. I've got 2 daughters, right?
Yeah.
And they're never going to get married. We'll come on to that later. However, right? And I asked Gemma, I was a bit worried, and I said, what was it like when you walked to school, when you're that sort of age? She said, it was fine. She said, we did get flashed a few times. And I said, buy a car. She said, no, buy a man. And I thought, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I've given her 2 days. I'm now going to put her in an Uber. Put her in an Uber with a loaded weapon and a bag full of pepper spray. That's what I'm doing, Gem. Now,
that is so true. That actually happened.
weirdos around Beeston, mate. Weirdos. But, you know, it's just how it goes, isn't it?
Scarred
Sometimes.
for life.
Scarred for life. Well, was he? He must have been in his appendix. Hey, early jokes, they're coming in. I want to say as well, right, I thought when I was a kid that my school walk home was miles. I've said to Jemma, oh,
Right, do you know what?
And
The last time you said this, I thought to myself, next time we're up at your mum and dad's,
yeah.
I'm going to get the car and I'm going to plot your walk to school.
Because let me just pause there. I made out to Jemma, it was like a Duke of Edinburgh. I made out like I was at Everest Base Camp and I was like, it was miles. I used to walk, you know that bit on Notting Hill when he walks through all the seasons through the market?
Yeah.
That was me on my route to school. Ain't no sunshine when he's off to school.
Yeah.
All seasons coming through. Go on anyway, Jem, what are you
I
saying?
was just going to say, I'm going to plot it with the car. I'm going to get the, what's it called, the mileometer.
Mileometer, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to clock it.
Yeah.
Because I reckon we walk the same distance to school.
I think we didn't.
It's just that you always
I was in a rougher area.
No, you make out you walk miles.
I had smaller legs.
Oh.
I used to go zigzag. And also, what you're forgetting, Gemma, is I was weighed down by a kilo of sweets. That's the difference. My school was in a place called Old Snydale.
Oh, I love
Old
Snydale.
Snydale, that's where I lived. Now, that is a great name for a place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sounds like it's from the Middle Ages, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah.
that sounds like a wise old sage. We're on about agony ants. I think Old Snydale was the agony aunt of his generation, or agony uncle, Gemma.
Yes.
And if you had a problem, you were like, I can't get my wife to fall in love with me. Go see Old Snydale. He'll give you a couple of litres, bless you, and you'll come back and your libido will be restored. Go see Old Snydale.
Oh, God.
So I might resurrect that character, Gemma, as a character. I don't do character comedy, but I might do Old Snydale, the wise old sage. You're laughing about something not connected to what I'm saying, aren't you? She always does that. Too big a laugh for a really weak effort at
Can I
improvised
just say,
comedy.
loads of them are saying, though, Debs was saying and Brian, that they were all walking to school when they were 7.
7?
Yes.
Oh, they all live a twist. 7 on the way to the work. Do you know what? It's like that Yorkshire thing, isn't it? I was walking to school when I was a fetus, mate. Do you know what I mean? They're all one-upmanship, Gemma. I was walking to the school with the cord still attached. No, you weren't, you liars.
Oliver was
Crawling
8.
to school.
Rob Lowe was 8.
8?
Yeah.
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 I think 8's a bit young, man.
No. Neil Winfield was 9, so...
Right, okay.
Natalie was 6.
6? Ridiculous, Natalie. What were your parents doing? They were kicking you out, mate.
Oh, bless, that's so cute.
I only had to go over 7 fields.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Oh, God.
Oh, I don't know. Also, I want to mention this T-shirt, Gemma.
Yeah,
This has been sent to me by Hyde Clothing. There we go.
Oliver
Hyde,
Boswell said he likes your top.
yeah,
so
Hyde
it's,
Clothing.
yeah.
I'm now an influencer, a bad influencer. He's not going to sell any more T-shirts with my moobs in them. But I'm going to leave. I've got to return it, but I've left moob marks in it. I'm so sorry,
You
mate.
haven't really got to return it, have you?
No, of course I haven't, but I just feel bad that I've
really
moved
like
it.
that.
It's a nice T-shirt. He's going to send me more. He's
I
good.
love
He's
it.
talented. He's a young lad. He's only 17. Started his own business,
Oh,
and I
good
like to
for
support
him.
the youth. Do you know what I mean?
That is a really good
The
T-shirt.
youth, and
I like
just
it.
because also by doing this, it makes me stay relevant rather than the middle-aged, washed-up dad I really am. So there you go. The other thing is, I think
I was
about
just going to say, Paul McKeady said, don't worry about being up against the one show.
Sure.
You're up against Bob Ross on.
Bob Ross. Oh mate, I'm going to stop now and go see him.
Oh, God.
We'll put a few cheeky trees in there. Like, just pop up the bushes. Pop up. If you've not seen Bob Ross, you won't know what I'm doing. Just pop a couple of bushes, cheeky bushes. Pop them in the background. Look at the depth, light and shade, light and shade. Right, I think it's important to give your kids independence, right?
Yes,
You've got to let good time to get them out for some exercise walking to school. We're worried about child obesity, Gemma, but we're scared of letting them walk to school, right?
Yeah.
They're saying it's too dangerous, Gem. Parents, too dangerous in the real world. I want my children to be safe at home, Gemma.
Yeah.
In their bedrooms, getting groomed online when I know nothing about it. That's where I want them to be. Upstairs on the computer, talking to a 50-year-old man in Swindon about Roblox. That's what I want.
Yes.
Where I can see them, right? I mean, it's the only walk that Olivia doesn't moan about. Have you thought about that?
Do you know, I've never seen her move so fast.
Honestly, she never asks. She can't ask herself if she's nearly there yet, can she? So she's just literally, she never moans, right?
That's so true.
The teachers, right? Apparently, Gemma, the teachers, because we never went, right? But the teachers are waiting at the gates to accept the children. Now, I would have loved to seen that, right? Because you imagine the excitement, Gemma. Not from the kids, not from the teachers, from the parents. Can you imagine? I just love the idea of the teacher stopping parent, Gemma, and going, I just want to allay your fears. Mrs. Bennett, your child's going to be absolutely fine. We've designated her a bubble. Can I just stop you there, Mrs. Jenkins? just want to say we don't give a shit, okay? None of us care. Look, none of these parents here give a shit if they go in there licking each other. We don't bother if it's 70 to a classroom, pressed against the windows, all sharing the same pencil. They're your problem now, love. Do you know what I mean? Our kids...
I almost dropped off on the insect nails that day.
Yeah, we've got 6 months of cash in the attic to wade through. We've got plenty to get on with. You could see the parents, I bet they were running out, Jemma, like that.
Yeah.
All on their kids' scooters going,
Yeah.
woo, yeah, freedom. I bet they were loving that, right? What I love is, Jemma, some of the adults, some of the parents, right, they're freaking out about the safety measures, right?
Yeah.
But the children are just getting on with it, right? Because that's what children do. Let's trust the teachers.
Yeah.
Because what's the alternative? The alternative is homeschooling. And that sure as shit ain't happening on my watch. I am not having that back in my life, honestly, right? The kids are resilient, right? They're low risk and they need to socialise again, right? Some of the responses, Jemma, I've seen on the BBC News page today have been typically rational. You'll like some of these, Jemma.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. One response, Jemma.
Go on.
It's not normal, this. It's going to be like North Korea in those classrooms. It's going to be like North Korea, Jemma, right? It's a couple of masks, staggered start times, and a one-way system, mate.
Yeah.
They're not all given the same haircut and being asked to salute the headmistress. Do you know what I mean? It's just school, chill out. I mean, imagine that, Jemma. The headmistress comes out and goes, yes, I don't know if you're aware of this, we are now North Korea. So there's going to be no PA anymore. We're just going to march around the field instead, chanting, okay? And we've abandoned the curriculum. All the children are working on the one project, which is called Operation Missile. That's what we're doing. The thing is, right, the government always said we need to be more like China. They said that, Jem. They said we need to compete on a global scale and we need to compete on the map. We need to work as hard as China do. Maybe this is what's required, right? Maybe if we turn the kids into obedient robots, they'll be the perfect workforce for the future.
Yes.
Let's chuck some iPhones in there on the dinner break. Get them making that as well. This will be a way out of the recession. Let's build it off the back of 8-year-olds. Come on. If they can walk to school, they can build electronic devices, can't they? The other comment that made me laugh, Jemma,
go on.
mine are going nowhere until there is a vaccine.
Oh.
Right. Well, fine, Jemma, fine, respect the wishes.
Yeah.
But what I might say to that is it might never happen or it might take years. And do you want to be the parent of a 16-year-old in a class of 8-year-olds, sat on a tiny chair, Jemma, looking like Will Ferrell in Elf, just sort of towering over these little kids like that? It's not fair, right? That would be the only kid in primary school, Jemma, the only kid in primary school who would drive themselves there in the morning. And that's not normal, is it? That is not normal.
No.
I'm going to show I've got my first days at school, actually. I've shown this before, but that's little Scotty in front of Dad. My dad liked the car more, that's why that's more in a shot. But that was me on my first day of school, my first day of bigger school. Look how little...
You look so smart.
I'd have been all right for Kim Jong-un. Wouldn't I? Look how smart.
I know, you do look really smart, actually.
I'm ready to be North Korean, mate. That's where I am. Also, so apparently, right, here's another one, right, Jemma? Another quote. The parents are just sick of looking after their own kids. That's all it is. They want an holiday. They just want an holiday, Jemma, for 8 hours a day, Monday to Friday. That's what it's all about. That's nonsense, isn't it, Jem?
Absolutely.
Because it's 6 hours. It's 6 hours, extra half hour if you have to pick them up, right?
No.
Do you know what I love, right? It's someone in the end, right, after all this shouting, someone said, "My best wishes to all school-going pupils and their teachers. I believe all will be well as God is in control." Right, not in my daughter's school, mate, because it's the head teacher. We've had and she's the one who had to do the risk assessment. Also, Jemma, why is God turning up now? Where was he in March? When all this shit kicked off. Could have saved ourselves a lot of trouble, couldn't he? But Olivia hasn't said much, has she? She hasn't said much about...
She's a girl of few words.
She is a girl of few words, but it must be strange. The kids can't remember each other's names. All they identify now is their Xbox gamer tags. That's BD_41. Yeah. What time are you having lunch today? It's weird, isn't it? They have to wash their hands regularly, Jem. That's what she said. They have to wash their hands all the time.
Well, that's one thing.
That's a new experience for some kids. They didn't even know there were sinks in the toilets, most of these kids. I used to just turn around and wash it in the ban.
Oh, it's so ringing.
It's awful.
Do you know what? Schools must be riddled.
Well, I tell you what, our 4-year-old starts next week. That's going to be more of a challenge, right? Because that's going to be like herding cats, isn't it?
Yeah.
The only bubble these kids are aware of is the one blowing out their nostril.
Oh, Scott, that's minging.
It's a great joke, but it's minging. That's what it's going to be, right? The guy in the shop on the way home from school, we called in, and he's delighted. He's delighted because he's making a fortune again. The amount of kids queuing up to buy sweets. We've had a 6-month layoff, Gemma, but I think with the parents' help, right, okay, and the kids' willingness, we can ensure that most of these children, darling, get diabetes by Christmas. We can still get that back on track, right? We're going to move on to the next topic, okay? Okay. The next topic is back to the office, right? Because the government, right, are finding it hard to get people back to work.
Well, is it any wonder?
I think people just hated their own lives. I think that their own lives. That's what it was.
Who wants to commute in loads of traffic?
Exactly. Nobody.
Who wants to be able to work at home and watch a bit of This Morning and have a cup of coffee?
Everybody. This is the thing. We've had it. What's happened is we were all drunk for years. And we've suddenly sobered up, right? 90% of people don't want to go back to their old lives. And I just want to let you know, Gemma, it's not even about money. It's because people have said it's nothing to do with the money. It's about the work-life. They've got the work-life balance that they craved for years, right? Yes. And I think we could genuinely be taking steps away from a capitalist society. I think we could. But that's a very political. I couldn't even say capitalist. That's how useless I am. Wrote for the news quiz, never got on the panel. That's the reason why. Okay, but here we go, Gemma. People are trying to take us on a different path.
What?
Not the government.
Who?
Dettol.
Oh!
Dettol. Now, I don't know if you saw this, guys. There was a news story today. I do like Dettol. Yes. What, wearing it like Chanel? You're wearing it like you like the smell of disinfectant. Okay. What happened was there was an advert on the London Underground, people, and it said basically there was an advert that Dettol put up there. And people thought it was from the government, right? And now it wasn't, because it sounded like something. When an advert could be government policy, we are in trouble, right? Yeah. And I will read you it, right? It was basically what they've done is they make disinfectant, the Dettol, right? Which is ironic because this advert they did makes me want to sterilise my own eyeballs. It really does, right? It's trying to encourage us gently back to work. By reminding us of the misery of the workplace. It's genius. I mean, I don't know if they realised what they've done, because get Dettol, Gemma. They sell something that you put on a scab, and now they want us to be one too. That's what it seems to be. Crossing that picket line. Well, we're not going to do it. The writers must have thought they'd nailed it with this advert. They were like, it's topical, it's tongue-in-cheek, it's about getting people back to work. Problem is, no one wants to go, mate.
No.
Right? No one wants to go. Listen to the advert here, right, Gemma? Hearing an alarm, putting on a tie, carrying a handbag, receptionist, caffeine-filled air, taking a lift, seeing your second family, water-colour conversations, proper bants. I hate that. The boss's jokes, plastic plants, office gossip, those weird carpets, face-to-face meetings, not having to make lunch, CCing, BCCing, accidentally replying all, hearing buzzwords, leaving early for a cheeky afternoon in the sun. And then it said, disinfect surfaces throughout the day so we can all do it again tomorrow. The little things we do help protect the things we love. Keep protecting. They've just described the most boring, most depressing office job in history, right? Why would you want to protect those things, right? You may as well add redundancies to that list, right? I have not taken Dettol seriously as a brand since they showed that family back in 2004, Gemma, eating an entire meal directly off the table. I'm not buying that shit. That toddlers do that. Have some self-respect. At least the dog uses a bowl. We're taking a step back, eating off the table. Get some cutlery, you savages.
I did hate that as well. I hated that advert.
Well, this one, Gemma, hearing an alarm. Who's missed hearing an alarm in the morning?
I hate alarms.
Who's missed being woken up by an alarm? That's like saying someone who's got caught in the middle of a riot misses the sound of police sirens and the smell of tear gas, isn't it? They do. Right. Putting on a tie. What, Gemma? Who wears a tie in the office now? What sort of job needs a tie? No, come on. Where are they working, or at a wedding? Are they at a wedding, or in an evening do at a wedding?
Offices you do have to wear a tie.
Yeah, not since 1996, mate. Come on.
Some people have to wear one. But what about the people who can't work from home, like postmen or?
Yes. But they're not saying that. They're saying get back in the office is what they're saying. And this is the best one. It's seeing your second family. How dysfunctional must your proper one be if you consider a room full of strangers in an office to be family,
Yeah,
Gemma.
but for some people it might be an actual break.
Well, actually, you know when I say second family,
Yeah.
I think that's code for affair.
No, it's code word for shed shodians.
Shed showed well, they are our
This
second
is
family.
your-
Yeah, this is my
Yeah,
office.
this is your escape.
I make the rules here, though, Gemma.
No,
Not
no.
Dettel. Here's the interesting one here, right? Proper bants. I hate that.
Oh.
That sounds like someone who's never worked in an office has written that. What they mean to say instead of proper bants, Gemma,
Yeah.
they mean harassment.
Why?
Harassment. Because the proper banter.
Or is that when people take the piss out?
Yeah,
of you?
because banter is an excuse for people to behave like bellends, mate. That's what it is.
Oh,
Bant.
God.
We could have used a Z
Yeah,
instead of an S.
when
That's
I,
going to be
when,
worse,
I
I
was
suppose.
when I was teaching,
It's just banter.
the kids would go, "Oh
Yeah.
no, miss, it's just bants," and I'm like, "No, you're being
Yeah.
really rude."
Not having to make lunch. Why sit in your own garden eating home cooked food you've lovingly prepared when you can spend a tenner on an overpriced sandwich which has been thrown together by someone in a factory who's recently tested positive for COVID? Why not do that? Right? Accidentally replying all, Gem. Who's missed that? I mean, that's great.
Yeah, but I did do that, didn't I?
Yeah, I mean, do you know what? Sending an email to everyone in the company by accident, that's hilarious, mate. Next on the list after that should be written warnings. That's what.
It depends what it was. Depends what was in the email.
Office gossip, that's a thing of the past, right? Right, it is, because they're not in the real world, right? We now have to respect each other's views and opinions, right? There's no place for bullying in the modern workplace, is there?
No.
You stick it on a
it
WhatsApp
shouldn't
group
be.
instead. It's much safer. Right, the boss's
Oh, God.
jokes. Oh, is this imaginary? The boss's joke. Do bosses make jokes anymore?
Well, I only ever think of David Brent when you say that.
Exactly. It's like they've written it about, they've watched The Office and then wrote about it, right? Do you know what the bosses do? I bet he wears musical ties and has an affair with his secretary. And it sounds like a drama on ITV. Do you know what it sounds like?
Go on.
Howard's Way.
Oh, I love Howard's Way.
Just men just in there just going, we're not going to make the sail on the schooner, Martin. Martin, we're not going to make the sail on the schooner. I've loved it. Right. Good. Well done, John. Good little back in there, wasn't it? She can sing as well. CCing or BCing. I mean,
Right,
what,
say that again. What?
who misses CCing or BCCing on an
CC.
email?
What does that mean again?
Copy all and blind copy so someone
Oh
can't
yeah,
see it.
copy and blind
I mean, wait until Dettel find out that people can have the internet and send emails at home. That's going to blow their mind, that. And you can do all that at home. An afternoon, a cheeky afternoon in the sun. That says a lot when the most positive thing on that list, Gemma,
Yeah.
is leaving work early. What does that say?
Oh.
What does that say, man?
I tell you what though, didn't you just love it when you used to be able to finish at 12:30 on a Friday?
I did, but I used to start at 8:15. I was barely awake for most of the day. They get your
You
hours
said
somewhere else.
8:15 like it's
8:15 on a Monday morning.
Oh God, that's so not early.
It is, because you'd have to get up at like 6. I felt like I was doing nights.
Oh, you ought to try doing shifts, mate. You'd last about 5 seconds.
Here, do you know what I think they should do, right?
Go
They're
on.
so way off the mark with this. No one gets sentimental about working in an office, right?
Right.
It's like trying to encourage an alcoholic back into Weatherspoons
Yeah.
with 2-for-1 offers on shots, innit?
Yeah.
And like that, they could do an equivalent advert for that, couldn't they?
Yeah.
Hearing voices in your head, puking into a handbag.
Oh, Scott,
Not
I hate that.
Not seeing your kids, forgetting your pants, shitting yourself on the bus, waking up in a skip. Protect the things that you love. Let's do it again tomorrow.
Oh.
Opening at 9 a.m. It's ridiculous.
Oh, Scott.
What?
That was horrible.
What do you mean?
I don't like it when you say stuff like that.
Oh, I'm sorry, darling. She's told me off. She's told me off in my own shed.
Oh.
Well, this will cheer you up.
We've had snot, poo and sick now.
Right,
Go
well,
on.
we've got some, we're going to go down one more little.
Go
I'm
on.
afraid we've got problems now.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this one quickly. Right, this other story is Eat Out to Help Out, right? It's been a massive success. Everyone's gone for it.
It really has actually.
Everyone's gone for it so much, they've got a new scheme coming.
Go on.
Work out to stop gout.
Oh God.
No, not joking. But
Oh.
we have got, it's going to be a shock when we have to pay full price for food again. I think we've forgotten how much stuff costs. Honestly, I feel like we were stealing it from them. Do you know what I mean? Some people have like been every night, Jem. Every night. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like they're on holiday in Greece or something, you know. But, I mean, it's been hard to book a table, hasn't it? Do you not think?
Well, that's because everybody's done it, haven't they?
But
I
it's
guess?
like...
The thing is, I guess it's kept people in jobs if
Yeah.
they're working in the restaurant.
But they must be knackered.
But then for people who can't afford to eat out, they've never been able to. They still haven't been able to eat out. So I
No.
don't know.
Well, I mean, it's just difficult to get in everywhere. And I could understand it if you're trying to get a table at Heston Blumenthal's Michelin-starred
Do you
Odyssey.
think he was doing 50%?
I doubt it, right? But the thing is, you can't get a table at the Fat Duck because it's a Michelin-starred restaurant. I get that. But
Yeah.
when you're trying to book in at Pizza Hut in Stoke and there's a 4-day waiting list. You just got to question it. Like, we had to eat at 3 p.m, didn't we?
Yeah,
We had to go. That is a weird time. It's not lunch and dinner. It's just like a wilderness.
Yeah.
You're not hungry. You're not full. You just end up skipping lunch, eating like a pig, and then fancying a snack at 2 in the morning. It's not normal.
It sent us all out.
Right, I'll tell you this, right, before we move on to question of the week.
Go on.
The restaurant owner, right?
Yeah.
The restaurant owner is claimed that the diner has sprinkled pubes over his own food.
What?
Yeah, to get a free meal. Now, this was because
That's horrible.
the Eat Out for Help Out scheme ended, and this man thought, I'm not paying for my dinner. They filmed a restaurant owner on CCTV has seen a diner sprinkling his own pubic hair over a 55-pound platter of food in a bid to bag a free meal.
No! And he got caught?
He got caught.
Damn
He was dining with another man
you.
that ordered £67 worth of food, including a mega platter that was enough grub to feed 4 people.
That's amazing.
Mr. Wasim, the restaurant owner, said the men made a massive scene, claiming they'd found some pubic hair in their food.
Oh, no.
He refused to pay, started swearing. The teams guessed something wasn't right, and then they spotted the pubic hairs in the biryani, kebabs, and naan breads. I also love how he's advertised what he sells as well.
My God.
It was at the Jan's Barbecue Kitchen Restaurant Grill in Blackburn, Lancashire. And then when they showed the video, the truth was revealed.
What was it like, CCTV?
CCTV of him putting his hand in his pants and sprinkling it over his own dinner.
That is disgusting.
He should have said it was his secret stash of coriander.
Oh, God.
Right? Once, you know what I think they should have done once they saw the CCTV?
And it made him eat
Made him eat it.
Yes!
Made him eat their own webs. Right? He was all over. He was all over his own meal, right?
I'm glad you thought the same as me there. Damn.
Eat it all. I mean, what he said was he said, I can't believe this, right? This is all over it. As if the chef use one hair, mate. That's where he's made his error. You don't sprinkle it like seasoning, right?
Oh my
Because
God.
that's like, I mean, what has the chef dragged his own ball sack across every single dish? Well, and I love that his mate just went with it, Jem.
Right.
I love that his mate went with it and just watched him do it as if to say, this is fine, this is fine.
Yeah.
Right? And I would rather find anthrax in my dinner than a pubic hair, right?
It's so bad.
And
That's so bad.
I love the idea that his mate said, like, do you want to come out for dinner with me next week? No, because you put your hand down your pants when the bill comes. What's it? Right.
Oh, God.
Do you know what? Someone has said it's a crime, right? It's technically attempted theft, right?
Right.
But it's not a storyline you'd see on Luther, is it? Just him waiting in a forensic lab with a bag of pubes looking for a match. Do you know what I mean? Going, this was in a biryani, mate. Where's the... This is in a biryani and on a kebab.
I reckon that's going to be in the next line of duty.
Honestly, it's one of the worst things you can find in a meal, that. If you send it back to the kitchen as well, you know that the same chef, where that hair came from, uses the hand that he's had down his pants, Jem, with his own fingers to reach into your mash and just fish it out, and he gives you it straight back, right?
Oh, that is so bad.
Police said the incident was reported to them, right, and they said it's a civil matter. I don't think there's nothing civil about ripping your pubes out in a restaurant.
Disgusting.
Do you know what, Gemma? Do you know the only restaurant you can go to have a meal that's guaranteed to be pube free?
Go on.
A Brazilian. Good night. Brazilian restaurant. There you go, Brazilian. Thank you. That's a cracking joke. We aren't with it.
Oh,
Gemma, are we going to go to question
or
of the week?
Hollywood.
Oh, Hollywood. Oh, Hollywood. Planet Hollywood. Gemma's good. Planet Hollywood. It's a shame they're not still in business. Slice alone had a back sack and crack. Just walking round. Oh, Gemma, what I want you to do, right? But yeah, the Eat Out to Help out. People were queuing. 3 hours to queue. 3 hour queues on the that's the ultimate British fantasy, that, isn't it? Cheap food and queuing.
Yeah.
Cheap. Right, Gemma, should we do question of the week? Then
Let's
I've got
do it.
a great story about a sheep.
Okay, here we go.
Let's do it. Oh yeah!
Woohoo! What is the question of the week again? Dear Shed.
Dear Shed, are you all right,
Dear
Darren? You're
Shed.
just a bit tired and hot.
It is hot in here.
It is hot
isn't
in
it?
here. I don't want to open the door though.
Why?
Because it's a bit.
Just a fraction.
Okay.
Just a
Okay.
fraction.
Right. We've just got some questions from you. We're going to help you out, guys. We're going to help you out. So we're going to do a couple of these questions, and I've got a fantastic.
I have got a few Dear Sheds here on the
Oh,
feed.
wonderful. Right. Well, we're going to do one here. Rachel Quinn has said, "Dear Shed, please help me. Since lockdown, all I want to do is sit in the hot tub and drink gin. I've got to go back to work tomorrow as a teaching assistant in a large secondary school. I can't be asked to wash my hair, put on makeup, and find spare clothes to wear. Do you think they'll mind if I wear my pyjamas and dressing gown instead? Any advice would be gratefully appreciated." What do you think, Gemma? I don't think you're going to get away with coming to school in your dressing gown and pyjamas.
It would be nice, though.
I think, Rachel, you're looking for us to sort of enable your laziness. I'm not a great agony aunt because I get angry. I mean, what Rachel's saying there is she's got institutionalised in her own house.
Yes, exactly.
In her own house, she's got. And I love how she had to brag that she had a hot tub. I love that.
Oh.
I've been in the hot tub drinking wine.
Yeah,
okay,
but you know
money
what?
bags.
I am jealous of the hot tub. That's amazing.
Should have got it at the start of lockdown,
But,
Rachel. And I got a
do you know
trampoline
what?
instead.
Do you know what though?
And you can't lay in that.
I've worn my tracksuit bottoms more than ever in my life.
Yeah.
I've become institutionalised with my tracksuit
I
bottoms.
think the thing is, Rachel, what you need to do is listen to Dettel. Dettel have said you need to get back in there. Come on, haven't you missed the things in the office, Rachel? Haven't you missed the bants, Jemma?
Oh,
do you know what? I've got a joke for you, Jemma.
Go on.
I've got a joke for you. You're going to like this one.
Go on.
Switch your sweatpants for proper bants. Come on. Come on. Jemma, that's quite good.
That could be some sort of slogan.
Get out the sweatpants, go and have the proper bants.
Very
there you
good,
go.
very
There you go.
good.
Go and see the plastic plants. I don't know where you work, but there you go. Okay, Lynn here. Oh, no, we got... I'm going to go here. Adele Smith said, first of all, a great show at the Grainstall Brewery last week. Oh, thank you, Adele. It was fantastic.
That's so nice.
and
Did you say about...
She was on about Sable, her cat here.
Oh, yeah.
The expensive Melbourne cat, the jet-setting cat with more air miles than me, right?
Yes.
Her question is, Sable says, I've noticed, this is a question from an actual cat, Jemma.
Yes.
A cat sent this in.
One of our biggest fans.
Right, ready, here we go. I have noticed that when my cohabitee Domino has a rather bizarre way of sleeping on his own head.
Oh, I like
Can
the
you
name
tell
Domino.
me, is he afflicted in some way? And what do you recommend? What should I do to cure him? Look, Jem, that cat
Let me have a look. Oh,
is sleeping on his
his
own
head?
bonds, mate.
oh, that is so cute.
I just wonder whether that cat is trying to say, I just need a break. I don't know.
Oh,
Why would you sleep?
God.
Mind you, though, I, as a baby, I used to sleep with my butt in the air.
Yeah, that's what the cat's... Let
and-
me just look at the cat again.
I slept like that cat.
Let me have a look. Oh, that is just
And
so
I don't
cute.
know what that said about me. I used to sleep like that, Adele. With my butt in the air, with my head in the pillow like that. I don't know why I did that. I don't know
You
why I
sure
did that.
you lived that?
Maybe I was a cat.
Yeah,
I'll
we'll
sure
love
live
that
that
cat.
later. It's like one big ball
Is
of
that
cats.
Sable?
It's like a big... No, that's Domino.
Is that Adele's cat?
That's Adele's other cat.
Oh.
Yeah. Cohabitee. Very modern, that, isn't it? They're not married, Jemma. They're living in sin, these two cats.
Oh.
What's the answer? What should you do to cure him?
I would-
Tickle him under his chin? I think, do you know what I think? Aromatherapy oils, bit of lavender. I think he's tense. Bit of a massage. Have you ever tried giving a cat a massage, Adele? What you do, under the... I've never done it. Just around, under the hind legs, just... like a joss stick, and you'll eventually relax. Maybe, Jemma, maybe send him on an holiday.
What
He
about-
might need a-
what about a
I think what it is
What?
your other cat has been round to Melbourne. He's pretty relaxed. He's probably stressed to the eyeballs. Get him on a flight to Melbourne. Then he'll chill out.
I think he needs some sort of cat lazy boy.
A cat what?
Like a recliner. Yeah.
Like a little... What do you think that would straighten him out? Maybe she just has to roll him out like a fruit winder.
Yeah.
Just sort of...
Yeah.
Maybe, Adele... Use some force. This might be quite upsetting for you. And just grab him and just sort of, because that's what they do when they're correcting sort of spinal surgery.
What, like some sort of chiropractor?
A chiropractor. What you need to do is to snap him into
Chiropractor.
the chiropractor. Well done, Jemma. Come on. You're hot. It's confused, but it's an attempt at a joke.
Yes.
I don't think Adele's got any advice from us there. Sorry, Adele.
No, I'm sorry, Adele.
We've got another one here. Lynn Hill's husband went on a mammoth walk. And she wants to know any tips.
Oh, he did amazing.
She said he had bad blisters. Any tips for blisters?
Oh, now then.
Well, we as ex-runners,
Well, I don't know
Have
if
we
it's
got
the
any
same,
tips for blisters?
but my daughter burnt her tongue tonight on the cottage pie.
oh, on the cottage pie,
And she
dangerous
said-
cottage pie.
She said she's
She's
learned-
going to sue us.
No, there's 2 hacks for burned tongues, so it might work for a blister.
What's the hack?
Sugar or milk.
Sugar or milk? I thought sugar on burns was bad.
Well, it says on a burnt tongue, put sugar on it.
I think she just wanted a donut and then a milk to follow. I think she's got you there. Gemma gave her an Oreo and some milk. Clever girl. And basically, ice cream. She's asked for ice cream is what she's asked for. Very clever.
Yeah, blisters. Oh, Paul, this is going to be bad. I think he needs to wear flip-flops for a good week.
Yeah, you're going to have those
Flip-flops.
heels exposed, mate. Everyone's going to look at you and go, "Yeah, look at your heels, Paul. What are you doing?"
especially if he's lost a few toenails as well.
Has he lost toenails as well?
Well, they walked. Hadrian's
Did they do it for
Wall.
charity?
Yeah, Harry's.
I know, but
it helped for Harry or Harry.
it's a fantastic cause, but you need to send them pictures of those blisters and say, up your donations, guys, because I've lost my toes and my heels here.
Yeah.
Well done, though. Jemma, have you got some more before I move on to our next question?
Oh yeah, this one. Hang on a minute, I'm trying to find it.
Go on.
This one was from Natalie.
Yes.
Alice Mellors.
Natalie Alice Mellors.
Yeah.
I love that.
Marcy Boo Alice Mellors.
Yes.
Dear Shed, some weirdos think lockdown is finished and 2 meters doesn't exist, but that's not really true. How do I get round not wanting to hit my head against a table? Thanks.
What you need to do is to walk round, and I've told you this. What you need to do, Jemma?
Swear under your mask.
No, you need to walk round with a broom handle. Get a broom handle and put on the end of it maybe a sex toy or a something, maybe a little bit of dog dirt, Jemma.
Yeah.
You know, I used to do a dog dirt at school. You used to walk around like that. And what you need to do is, Natalie, is walk around with a broom handle that's 2 meters long with a bit of dog dirt on the end and just run at people. And then they'll give you 2 meters, won't they?
Yeah.
If you just go, if you say there's dog dirt on the end of that stick, they'll give you 10 meters, mate. Yeah. Won't they? Is that a good bit of advice?
Very good. Also, this is Natalie again.
Yes.
Natalie Marcy Boo Alice Mellors.
It's just a 2-for-1 deal on advice.
Dear Shed,
Yes.
I follow a comedian on a Thursday night at 8 p.m. and he's destroyed my routine. This makes me sad. What do I do?
Oh, why has he destroyed your routine? Because she now is at 7 p.m. Listen, Natalie, what I would say to you there is, you need to be a little. I think Natalie's a little bit aggressive. I think there's a lot of. These people are idiots, Natalie, but I think partially it's your attitude because. You've got to have some flexibility. Make allowances for people. We've moved this shed back.
Hang on, she says top fan shed Shady. You've got to go.
Oh yeah, well done, Natalie. I completely agree. I'm so sorry. I've messed with your schedules. But if anything, you've messed with my schedules because I've told you before. I am holding on to a turd for tonight, and my insides are bouncing round. I'm irregular. I started at 7. I don't know what. I should be on porcelain right now, and instead I'm in here. So I think we just all have to have a bit of. We have to allow for people, but there are some idiots out there.
Yes.
There's a man who was on a flight, Jemma, and realised he didn't have to wear his mask if he had snacks, so he made 1 pipe of Pringles last 4 hours. That man is a dickhead. Yes, and that's the problem. You're getting people like that who eat 1 Pringle every hour, and that's what you've got to deal with. So, have we got any more, Jemma? Because I've got another little feature here to interject.
Yes.
I've got a feature here. We all remember Dear Deirdre. And I've got some of the classic Dear Deirdres.
Oh, I love Dear Deirdre.
Now, I'm going to find a couple here, Jemma,
Go on.
because some of them are ridiculous, but also I quite like some of these. Right, okay, here we go. Here we go. Dear Deirdre, I had sex with my sister, and now we're having a full-on relationship. Is it a problem? I love those sort of, is it a problem? Is it a problem? No, mate, you crack on. You crack on with that. I mean, she said that what she did is, Jemma.
Do you know what though? Don't you think they just made all these?
Yeah,
up?
it was just a couple of people writing in on the dinner break,
Having
right?
a good laugh.
Because they used to go in going, I love the way Deirdre got back to her though, Jemma, and just went, this relationship is a no-go because it's illegal and it's incest in the eyes of the law. Build up your social life. And so you realise there's lots of lovely, lovely women out there. Lots of other lovely women out there who are legal. Do you know what I mean?
I love the way they do a really serious answer.
You can just tell that Deirdre, like, obviously she's probably been to church and that. She was like, she's slapping the Bible. I'm going to sort this one out, right? But what I love is that you get those sort of, in Dear Deirdre, you say, my name's John, and my wife the other day came home from work with 3 of her friends who were all female and all stunning. They all wanted to have an orgy with me. I really don't know what to do. Please help. I mean, they're just like problems that you go, come on, mate, you're lying. Do you know what I mean? It's just a fantasy. Here we go, Jemma. I've got to try.
What was she in, Dear Deirdre? Was it In the Sun?
It was in. I don't know which one it was,
was
actually.
It Leave the World?
It might have been one of those two, innit? I'm trying to find another one here that's not too offensive. Dear Deirdre, I met a guy at a funeral and the sex has been amazing, but he just wants to have fun and I want more. What? I'm going to do I love the idea they met at a funeral, right? He just wants to have fun. I'm not surprised. You met at a funeral, Jemma. I mean, I just love the idea that someone's passed away. The sex was amazing, though. Do you know what it was probably? It was probably a release of all that tension, wasn't it? That's what it was.
Our eyes met above a casket.
Yes. Yeah. Just makes you realise life is precious. That's what it is.
Exactly.
Here we go. Listen to this one, Jemma.
Yeah.
Dear Deirdre, I finally gave in to temptation and had hot sex with my 53-year-old mum-in-law while my wife was on life support.
Oh, for God's sake!
Jesus Christ!
How do they even print this stuff?
I mean, unbelievable. I mean, I just
Real?
I can. I mean, I hope it wasn't at the hospital. Just hearing
my
the beep,
God.
beep, beep.
Oh,
She's all right.
geez,
She's
yeah.
fine. While my
Oh, my
wife was on
God.
life support.
Oh,
Incredible.
my God.
So they were. The other one here is my wife set fire to my sports kit as she doesn't like me being the football coach. Set fire, Gemma.
Oh my God.
I love how she just set fire. I love the answer was fire.
Fire.
I'm going to burn all that, mate. You're not doing that, right? I've got. Have we got any more from the people at home, Gem?
Paul McGeady said, I photoshopped a Dear Deirdre when my mate's girlfriend moved to America and he wouldn't stop going on about how heartbroken he was. The answer, Dear Deirdre says, man up!
I love that. What, did he write a fake one?
Yes!
Oh, I love it. Did she actually get back to him? Amazing, amazing.
No, he pretended he was Dear Deirdre.
Have you ever written to an agony aunt?
I think I did when I was a teenager. Do you remember?
Like Ms.
Yeah, Ms.
You used to pass it round.
Just 17.
Oh, it was all because all you wanted to read was the problem
Yeah,
pages,
what was the other
and
one?
it was always about periods or,
Oh, yeah.
or fancying some teacher or a boy.
Oh,
That's
God.
wasn't it?
What were the magazines called? They're Just 17,
Ms. and
oh, gosh.
inappropriate.
What was that one that was really inappropriate? It
Oh,
was like,
I can't.
somebody will remember.
We should have done this
Teenage-
research.
We should have done research.
I've never. I don't know. I always think it's a bit of a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you actually write in, and then they always say anonymous.
Yes.
For years, I thought, who's anonymous? They've got a lot of problems. Why do they keep writing in? Anonymous lives is miserable.
God.
It's just constant problems, isn't it? That's quite funny. That write that one down, Gemma. Someone has said that tonight has got poo, snot, sick, and pubes. It's not a very good. It's very.
Remember, you're 20 minutes behind on them comments.
I'm so sorry. It is a bit worm tonight, but
yeah. I don't
you
know
know.
what's happened.
Oh
tonight.
well, other things are happening this week.
Go on.
Go on.
I was going to say, what would you write to an agony out with you? What would you say is your problem this week?
My problem this week is my wife is yet again angry with me. Continually angry with me. I try so hard. I've got a chair of doom. I can't do anything right.
Oh God.
Would you say?
Yes, I think that's.
No, I mean I don't know. It's very difficult. Men don't talk about their problems, do they? You're my only friend. I've said this before. You're my only friend. I confide in you. And then Jem, I've got no one to talk to. I'd sometimes talk to myself. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
All the time.
I hear you talking to yourself all the time.
I recite comedy to myself.
You do. I see you walking around the garden talking.
I once,
stuff.
in the corner of Sainsbury's, was going through a routine on my own, and one of the staff members came over and asked if there was someone with me. Are you okay? They thought I'd escaped from somewhere.
No.
But
you don't seem to have any embarrassment about doing that in public.
No, I think you've just got to. I think if you're a comedian, you've got to be borderline lunatic. You know, I don't know. I think it's one of those, isn't it, where I've had counselling, and they're very good because they're always very calm, Gemma.
Yes.
And it was a woman. She was dressed in sort of like carpets, and she had like joss sticks on, and she had like purple hair and stuff. She looked like she was wearing a carpet, and I went in there and she was like, "Yeah, the thing is, Scott, what it is, it's just chemicals. It's the fight or flight response, preparing you for going out hunting." And I came away really understanding what I was going and really hungry. I just wanted to go out and spear a wildebeest. The other thing is, do you remember when colouring in was the answer?
Do you know what?
Those colouring books.
I love colouring.
That was what people were doing to try and...
No, let me just tell you something.
I just love the idea of like, some bloke's wife had left him. He's lost access to his kid. Here you go, Dave. Shade your way out your problems. Suck him some... Colour in a butterfly. That'll solve it. Go on.
Do you know what, though? People would buy those, like, really complicated colouring books.
Yeah.
And actually, they were too difficult, so I ended up resorting to just...
Scooby-Doo!
Yeah, I just bought... No, seriously, I bought, like, just a kid's colouring book where there's, like, a big, fat, chunky picture of, like, a truck with a rabbit in it, and I'll just colour that in.
I love the idea that Gemma, even though she was trying to get some therapy, was so stressed, she had so little time, she didn't even have time to do the therapy.
No, exactly.
So you had to get... I'm just colouring in Scooby-Doo. That's what I'm going to do. Gemma, speaking of animals, they were quite good then. Can we play out question of the week?
Yeah.
We're all a bit hot 6s and 7s today. You weren't even going to get up then.
I was.
You were so lazy.
I can't see the keys without getting up.
Get up.
Right, are you ready?
Yeah. Hang on a minute.
Do you know what? It's not.
That was David Blaine just going over there. David Blaine, he's gone over there.
I was saying.
Did you see
Hi,
him?
David. Hi.
Sat on with some helium balloons.
Did you see him go up with them balloons? I said to you, I did a tweet and I was really disappointed that tweet didn't get more.
Why? It was a funny tweet.
I said I would have been impressed if those were balloons from Card Zone.
Clinton cards.
Yeah.
Just come outside and
they weren't. It's not a real thing, is it? Because those balloons were
It was at 20,000 odd feet though, mate.
Yeah, but
it's pretty impressive. I didn't realise it.
It's like proper engineered balloons.
It's
though,
like the film It, but with space travel. Like It meets NASA, wasn't it?
Did you watch the video of him there at the beginning? It was all like, he was talking to his daughter, and his daughter just wasn't saying what he wanted her to say, so he kept going, "I'm doing it for you," and she was like, "Oh, what?" And he's like, "No, but I'm doing it for you."
She just wasn't bothered. I love the idea that he's going to be going up in. I'm going to die up there on helium balloons.
Yeah.
And she's so used to him being a dickhead, like trapping himself in boxes, standing on pillars. She's just gone, do what you need to do, mate. I'm getting on with my life.
Because I love you. He kept saying something like that.
I love the idea that he went, when I go up there, there's absolutely no atmosphere. Well, wherever you are, Dave, I can believe that, mate, because you're boring. You're boring. He's got to compensate for his personality. In a way, though.
I mean, I don't knock him. I mean, if you want to fly with balloons.
I tell you what, though, it's a good job he didn't ask her like a 10-year-old to do that at the fair. They let go of those balloons as soon as you buy them.
Absolutely.
How much is that? £7, mate. That's gonna be the fastest quid. Take your phone off. Sorry, you've had a phone call. Gemma's on it. That's never happened. What? You switch your phone off?
I thought you'd done it.
No, you've got to be responsible for your own.
You said you did it.
It's on. You've got to be on silent.
I didn't have it on silent.
You didn't have it. She has a phone call in the middle of 25 weeks, so we've got that unprofessionalism.
I really want to know who that was.
Well, I don't know, but you've cut my David Blaine bit off now.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, anyway, it's gone that, innit? Unbelievable. They'll ring again.
You'll be like this tonight. Deirdre.
Dear
I
Deirdre,
do a shed show with
I
my wife.
have a show that I'm
I
hanging
do
on
a
to.
shed show with my wife, but she's really bloody annoying.
Where did she switch her bloody phone off?
She always interrupts me when I'm mid-joke.
Yeah. She always laughs at the feed and not what I'm saying. She comes in here, she sits in the corner.
I say, Jemma, and she's not even listening, she's just reading the feed.
And then I said to her, have you checked your phones off? Just binging off.
Yeah. And I'll be like, dear Deirdre, at the start of the shed show, Scott always says to me, are you checking the feed? Are you checking the feed?
Do you know what? We do need counselling. Let's have Relate. Next week we're going to do a live Relate.
I just knocked him off.
No, it's all right.
Yeah.
That was Roy's first day of school.
Good.
That was my dad's first day of school. Roy's first day of school. Look. Roy Bennett's first day of school. Look.
I thought that was a newborn picture.
No, that's primary school. That he had a tash. Breastfed Tetleys.
Oh,
That man
God.
came out the womb already able to grout a bathroom.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at the Fu Manchu on the tash.
He's
It
amazing.
looks beautiful, doesn't it?
Oh.
I've sort of fallen in love with him.
Oh, he's great.
Um,
Let's just cover you.
wasn't that a dear Deirdre that someone's fallen in love with me?
Oh, Oliver Boswell.
I have to make. I mean, I don't get much adulation,
Well-
but thank you, Oliver. That I got a man crush
He
on
said
me.
he had a little bit of a man crush, but
Well, he's
I
only
did
human.
say to him, Oliver, you do realise
What you're getting yourself into,
that
mate.
he's incredibly untidy.
Incredibly annoying as well. The other thing is, I sometimes have a man crush. Like, what are you buzzing at? I had a man crush. That phone is going in the bin. I'm trying to carry on here.
Sorry.
I had a.
Carry on.
Heckling me with classical pieces. I had sometimes have a man crush. Like I remember I was at a running race once when I used to be fit, and there was one guy who'd always win all the races, and he was beautiful. I mean, I'm not gay, but I remember
Who was he?
I don't know. He always used to take his top off at the end. He worked down a quarry. He was always covered in dust, and he'd work all day, and then he'd win these races. Then he'd come back and he'd just drink a pint like that. And honestly, it was like, not this. This isn't the music, but like, wow, body form. It's not body form. Body form.
That's for temper.
I know.
Isn't it?
And it was like that sort of like he had a drink like that, and the beer would come down his
No,
chest. Like,
that's just your fantasy.
no, but I found myself when your dad was like talking to him, so I found myself just staring at him,
You idiot.
just looking across the thing at him like I don't know. I think I admired his It was a level
You
of
wanted
man.
to be here.
Yeah, it was a level of man
Yeah.
that I could never. He'd been smashing rocks all day. He'd run up a big hill and he was drinking a pint down
He
in
was
one.
a Roy.
And yeah, I just hope that he was. If he'd have been funny, if he'd have turned around and cracked a joke, I'd have probably drowned myself in the river. He had everything. Speaking of one last question, this is a really
Right,
good
because then we
story.
need to ring your mum and dad.
Yeah, all right. You're quite stressed, aren't you?
No.
Right. Okay. Last question. Last thing. A sheep.
I wondered where we're going with this picture.
Has been bought for £367,500 at auction.
What?
It's the most expensive sheep ever sold.
Why?
Right, the reason
It
is...
does look nice.
It's called... It look nice.
No,
It does look nice.
Has he got his tinky winky
Of course
out?
he's got his dinkle
Oh
out.
my
Let me
god!
show that home. Let me show that home. If you're paying £500,000 for a sheep, you want him to have a dinkle. That's the reason why they're having a dinkle. Right, listen. Right? The pedigree Texel Ram Lamb
Yeah.
double diamond. It's called a double diamond, mate. It's got a bit. Right, I burnt them. Bit of cottage pie. Repeat on me. Sold to 3 farmers at the Scottish National Texel Sale in Lanark on Thursday. One of the buyers, Jeff Aitken, I know this is doing my farmer thing for the archers here. Flock manager at Proctor's Farm told Sky News that a lot of breeders had their eye on double diamond. He's a very special animal. He said, I knew he was going to make a lot of money, but I didn't expect to make that much. He's just an outstanding animal. He's a massive lamb with great conformation and character, some of which is what breeding is all about. But with the pedigree, you start looking at the small details of the lamb. You look at his head, the hair colour, the colour around his eyes, the legs. He's perfect in every way.
I don't like
Nearly
them lamb
took
eyes.
the
Do
thing out
you
there.
like them lamb eyes? Do you know what?
I leave them when they're on the roast.
No, but you know, they're oblong, aren't
Lamb
they?
eyes. Oblong eyes.
I don't like oblongs.
Well, and he said, hopefully he'll be with us for a long time. Now, what I want to say here, Jemma, is
Have you seen the size of them?
365
Have you
grand.
seen the size of them?
What? What?
It's
It's what?
the lamb's bits.
Yeah, the lamb's
It's
bits.
huge.
It's a massive dong. Look at it. Look at the balls. Look at the lamb balls. I mean, those balls alone. That's why, when you walked in there and said, is that one going to breed?
Yeah.
Look at the size of the balls. It'd be breeding already. Look, he said 365,000 quid, Jem, for a sheep. First, you got to, do you know what I'd do, Jem? Stop laughing at the feed and listen to me. Focus. Dear Deirdre here. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about the lamb balls. Don't make me teabag you with some lamb balls. Listen, the first thing you got to do with a lamb that costs that much is check its ass for drugs, because something's not right there, right? Mary had a little lamb. She sold it and retired.
I thought you were going to say, Mary had a little lamb, its balls were...
Mary had a little lamb, its balls were massive and long. And every time the lamb went, he'd hit Mary with his schlong. Careful! Mary had a little lamb. Come on!
That is so silly!
It is.
And I'm so ashamed that I laughed so hard.
I think there was. Do you know what I think it is? I think it's like Russian dolls. I think there's 3 sheep inside it, right?
Oh.
It says it's a sad day when a lamb is worth more than our house. That is a sad day,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
Right? The farmer said for nearly £500,000 you'd expect him to sing and dance. He said he's got character. Right, well, for £500,000, I'd
You'd
expect
hope so,
him to
wouldn't you?
sing and dance and do impressions, right?
Oh, yeah.
That sheep should have gone to Rada, or should I say, Barda.
Or lambda.
Lambda? Oh, you killed that. You killed that. Imagine the pressure on that sheepdog, though.
I know.
He can't lose that one.
No.
Imagine that. Woof, 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 woof. Where is he? Where's Double Diamond?
Oh, you wouldn't let him out.
You wouldn't let him out your sight, right? Here's what I love, Jemma. Can I just say this before we ring my mum and dad?
Go on.
Right? I love the way he said, he's got an outstanding animal. He's a massive lamb with great conformation and character. Right. He will travel between flocks over the next few months, mating with every ewe. Well, that ain't character, is it, if he's unfaithful?
Well, he's just doing his job, isn't he?
He's a bit of a slapper. He's a lamb. Do you know what? He's cost £500,000 and his sole purpose is to breed. He's basically the lamb equivalent of a Premiership footballer.
He is.
That's what he is. And my last thing that I love here
Go on.
is the way he talks about this lamb, this farmer. It's almost like he's in love with it. Listen, with the pedigree, you start looking at the smaller details of the lamb. You look at his head,
You've said this.
the hair colour, the colour around his eyes, the legs. He's perfect in every way. And when he smiles at me across the field and he says, "Meh,"
Oh, do you want me to do my sheep impression?
go on.
It's really good.
Let me do it now then.
Okay.
when he smiles at me across the field and he says, when he smiles at me, come on! When he smiles, come on, focus, then we can ring your mum and dad. Come on. When he smiles, this is a bit of drama. This is my
If
thing.
my face is laughing, I can't do
Right,
it.
imagine this is my bit for the Archers. Right, okay, ready? No, not yet. That's great. Ready, right? The colour around his eyes, he's perfect in every way. And when he smiles at me from across the field and he says, my heart just races. That was my audition for the Archers.
I'm dangerously close to wetting myself.
Really?
Yeah.
You've got to have you got no pelvic floor? She's got no pelvic floor. She left it in Debenhams. I don't know what that means. Oh,
Hang on.
go on.
If I can just stop laughing.
Go on. Right.
Wait,
It looks-
let me just
are we
not
doing
look.
this again?
Let me
Don't-
not look.
Put this on your head. Put that over your face, right? We're going to do this. The people at home want to hear this,
Hang
right?
on. Are you ready?
Come on, right?
Wait.
Around his eyes, his legs, he's perfect in every way. Come on, Jemma, you used to be an actress. We can't do this all night. It sounds like, when he looks at me and he smiles and he says, beautiful. My heart just races. Well done. Let's have a round of applause.
I can do it better than that. I can do it better than that when I'm not laughing. I might record it later and send it.
Record it, we'll splice it in.
Yeah, we'll splice it in.
I think you'd want to fall in love with that lamb, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to fall in love with that for £500,000? Right, should we ring my parents?
Yeah, I can't do it.
Do it
'cause
one more
I can't,
time.
no, I can't because I'm laughing. It
come
just
on.
don't work.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Oh,
I'm hot.
I am literally sweating now because of that. Man alive.
Hello?
Hello, Mum. How are you?
What are you ringing now for? We're not on too late.
It's early tonight. I thought it's interrupting your curry, this,
We
isn't
don't
it?
start too late, sorry.
It's interrupting your curry.
I'll just put you on to your dad.
Oh,
Alright.
thanks, Max.
Okay. Right then.
Very good, Dad.
Very good.
That's an excellent impression.
Listen, I'm getting it now.
How you doing? Very good. Very good.
Perfect. Perfect now.
Don't do it too loud, they'll all finish up in
And
garden.
she's done that now. She can tick that off her list.
Yeah.
She's managed to do this.
How you doing?
You alright?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
all
we're
right.
good,
We're not
thanks.
bad. We're not bad. How's it been tonight?
Only thing I could say is, Claire Rayner, she's no problems.
What do you mean?
Well,
Well, because we're no good.
Ah, right, because we weren't very good. Jemma, do that. Do the one more time, your sheep impression.
Right, you ready?
Brilliant.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
That's brilliant.
Pretty good.
It's really good.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Right.
Well, there you go. That established that.
Well,
How are you guys doing? You all right?
Yes, thanks, love.
Yeah, we champion, yeah.
what have you chosen for tonight?
Go on.
Your dad's been busy this week decorating.
I'll see.
I can't wait to see what he's done to them cupboards.
What's he been doing to the cupboards? This is such detail. Has he
I can't wait
painted
to
them?
see what I've done either.
All right. You need to put your glasses on next
Max,
time.
do you want to tell everybody about the fire?
You want to see what I've done in cupboard?
Max, do you want to tell everybody about the fire?
What fire?
Oh, that's another story. We'll not bore you with that,
We
love.
won't bore you with that.
But they were having a new fire after all these years, and
Yeah.
they opened the box and it was damaged.
Oh, damaged fire.
So they're going to take it back tomorrow.
I mean, how can you make a mess of 3 sticks?
Well,
Oh, ba-dum-dum.
Dad, what song are you going to play us out with tonight?
Right then, we're going to do another song
Yes.
by Creedence Clearwater
Oh,
Revival.
we like this. Yes.
It was named in the film of A Werewolf in London.
Woo!
I know this. Full Moon Rising.
Rising.
Yeah, we know this. First time I've ever known one of them.
Oh, you cheeky bugger.
Well, you're bound to know one of them, aren't you, after the while?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Okay,
Right, go on then.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
flowing. I know the end is coming soon. And the rivers are flowing. I hear the voice to raise the wind. Well, don't go round tonight. Well, it's fine, take a life. There's a bad moon on the rise. I hope you got your face together. I hope you're quite prepared to die. Looks like we're in some nasty weather. One eye is taken for an eye. Well, don't go down tonight. It's bound to take a life. There's a bad moon on the rise. I see a bad moon rising. I see trouble on the way. I see a place to light it. I see bad times today. Bad moon rising. I feel trouble on the way. I feel things like it. I feel bad time today. Well, don't go around tonight. Well, it's bound to take a life. There's a bad moon on the rise. Well, don't go around tonight. Well, it's bound to take a life. There's a bad moon on the rise.
Yay! Well done, you two. That was, you're really rocking that.
That was lovely,
Are you
that.
actually playing or are you doing the tape now?
Hey, we both invest, see ya.
That is fantastic. That sounded brilliant.
We're real rockers.
It sounded
That's so
amazing.
good.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Roy and Mags, everybody. Woo! Mum and Dad, say goodbye. Say goodbye to everyone. We love you.
Can I just say something before we go?
Of course you can.
We're going to have an ink pad done with his names on so we don't have to write autographs.
Yes. People are intimidated. They don't want to approach you. You're stars now.
That is so good.
Just a stamp.
Coaches in Asda with your mother.
Yeah, just a stamp. Just a stamp, Dad. That's what you need.
Oh, fog off stove.
Yeah, I bet she was. Down the whoops aisle.
Oh, I won't see you.
All right. Say good night to everyone. We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Rob, bye.
Bye. Aw.
That was Roy and Mags.
That's so
We
good.
ring them when Jemma gets rang. I don't know who that was. I
I don't
hope
know.
that wasn't an emergency. I don't know what it was. All right, anyway. Well, guys, end of the show.
I feel worried
Oh,
now.
before we go, I've got to mention this. Is this Rachel Mary? Yes.
Look in the card.
Oh, it is, yeah, Rachel Mary. I saw Rachel Mary at the Grain Store Brewery in Oakham. Lots of you came along. Thank you. It was a lovely day. She sent me a thank you card for all the shed shows, and I just want to read it out because this is what I'm saying now is we've got a couple of people, Adele, Rachel Mary, Rachel Quinn, who are all going for like chief cult leader underneath me because of the level of devotion we're seeing here. Nick Mellors, he's given me a book. Rachel Mellors, she gave me a book. Michael Waterhouse, there's a couple of people. Paul McGeady, all these people, you're going to be first on the spaceship.
We're not touting for gifts here.
We're not. We're just saying if you want to secure a space on the spaceship when the universe implodes in 2023, then you want to come and get some stuff sent in because it's going to make COVID look like a walk in the park when the asteroid hits. I'm telling you now, people. Thank you for entertaining us and keeping us sane during lockdown. Well, best wishes from Shed Shodians, Rachel, Mary and Andrew.
Aww.
No problem. I'm glad you've been
Thank
kept
you so
sane
much.
because I'll be honest with you, I think
This
I've
is
gone
insane.
insane.
I was just going to say,
Yeah.
there's nothing sane about this.
Yes, I've sacrificed my sanity for this show. If you did enjoy the show, thank you so much. Please do share it. Do share it. We're not bothered about donations. We just love you to share it. However, if you're desperate to give us money, it's down there is the link. You know what it is now. But if you know, they're all regular. Just share the link. Just share the link. Share the videos, please. That's what really helps us, isn't it?
Thank you for all your donations.
Thank you for donations. Thank you for
25
weeks. 25 weeks. Unbelievable, isn't it? But thank you. Thank you for joining us early. We will always do this as best we can every week. I don't know what I'm saying now. I'm waffling.
You're waffling.
I'm
Goodbye,
waffling.
everybody.
Goodbye, everyone.
Good night.
Good night. See you next week. Bye-bye.